There is something left undone today. I look at myself in the mirror often and watch my eyes shifting from one to the other, looking from one to the other, trying to catch the one looking at the other, trying to get them both to look into the mirror together. My eyes cannot work together. They must confer to decide what it is that they have seen independently. The image is never quite exact. There is some difference that cannot be escaped, and yet it is never acknowledged. The acknowledgement is always there, like a nod in place of a choked silence that may have never been there, which may have never been any more than your eyes lifting and descending, though it is enough. For all of the forms of communication that human creatures have developed, the movement of the eye will still suffice. There was a day when I crossed Pont Neuf to a store that was a place I didn't know where. There were people in the area, cars stopped, half parked on the narrow walkways, more than half in the streets. Rivulets ran beneath them and into the alluvial patterns of the brick streets. Women in office clothing hugged greens and bread. I might walk out the front door and leave the two separate. This, I suspect, is the choice that I am expected to make. The breeze would refocus my awareness as I walk across the bridge. Look at the sport balls and shoes, the shirts, the bags to carry it all in. And I continue walking, surprised by the bus terminal and reassured. See where the bus is going. Look into the windows to see who is going there. Look down at the ground so that these people can see who lives in this city. This would draw a curtain that would still allow the highest glow of light to be seen clearly, to cast shadows against the sheer material that covers the mirror. Past the churchyard, office window glass mirrors the sky behind my left shoulder. No window should be so low, so near to the street, if it is to be covered over. Glass compels one to look. We look, and we are unrewarded. We continue to walk and look over our shoulder as we pass into the street, into a tire screech. We will still look again. I have walked away, and the two remain separate. My eyes confer with one another, and something remains undone. I am unsure, insecure of the messages that I am given. I am a well-tended prisoner, a canary, a garden. No other messages will come to me. This is my sole source, and I know that there is something inexplicable in the final analysis of how this all comes to me. There is a gap. There is an impossibility that is irrelevant. One hand is cold, the other warm. I stop for coffee. This will bring together the disparate. I lean on the bar, both elbows against the ridge that is there to keep everything from falling off. Preparation is quick, nearly before I can see. In a chrome hammer, the espresso bean is fitted into the machine full of heat and steam. I watch one finger cold, one finger warm against my lips. The bar reflects as deeply as a muddied pond. I look for my eyes at the bottom. Milk screams trapped in the metal pot with scalding steam. I have a headache. This caffeine will cure this, will constrict the vessels in my head. I will be fine. An old American who may have assassinated a Russian revolutionary exiled in Mexico owns a store in Paris named for an English dramatist. There is dust and yellow in the bookstore. I step back outside and George offers me iced tea that is not cold. He walks away into the dust and yellow. Matthias Roost's airplane is for sale. It is written in chalk on a slate outside the store. He's back in Germany now, and someone else has purchased his airplane from the Soviet government. I question if this person who is selling it, ever asked him if he wanted it back. I cannot imagine that he will be able to buy a new one for quite some time. It seems the right, honorable thing, too. It is for sale, though. I suppose that they never thought to ask him. This punk I'm drinking with is from South Africa. He is fleeing military service. He understands fleeing America. He is the first one who has understood. He has very little money left. He is waiting for his documents to be able to settle in Holland. His parents are helping him as much as they can, but he knows that they will be or have been questioned by the police because he has not shown up for his military service. He was supposed to have reported last Friday. His parents told him to leave because they have seen what fighting in Angola has done to his brother. They told him to go. They told him just to go and do what he had to do and to come back. He would be done with it. He did not want to go. He did not want to leave. This punk does not want to contact his parents because he does not want his mother to send him money that she cannot spare. He knows that she will do this. He does not want the police to pressure his parents into telling them that he has fled to Europe. They can be punished for saying that they know this. The police will monitor the telephone and pressure his parents into convincing him to come back to South Africa. When he gets his papers, he can get money and an apartment in Amsterdam. This is something that the Dutch government provides out of guilt for their history in southern Africa. He understands fleeing America. Mikhail looks like a Native American. He is from Poland. Mikhail does not understand fleeing America. He is not fleeing Warsaw. He lives alone in the apartment where he was born. His mother has become a nun, and so, as a young man, he has an apartment as nearly no one else his age in Warsaw. Something that had begun to merge moves past itself, remains distinguishable.